Oh, it's a hot day today. So I have been back from work. Sydney has been dreadful. So I've changed into something more comfy because my teaching is done for the day. And I thought I would talk to you guys about The Shining. I've actually finished reading this book like a week or two ago. And I've been meaning to sit down and film this book to let you know how, because it was my very first horror book, and I have to say I have enjoyed reading this. Like, it wasn't, the horror was scary, yes, but it wasn't to a point where it is so scary that I can't take it. There is bits, so I did a little bit of research. So this was Stephen King's, actually his third book, and this was actually the book that marked and secured his spot in the horror genre, which is very interesting. Like, the way he writes is the way he writes is he's able to set up the scene of the horrors very, very well, and it causes them, let me put this here, it's shining, yeah, it causes, like, for me, I personally have a very good imagination, so when someone describes something, I'm able to like picture it very closely in my head, like very detailed picture. So reading the book, it was like watching the movie. Like, every cutscene has been dissected down into words, and the description was just done so well. And it was building up, the places where it's building up was actually causing, like, you can feel, I could have like goosebumps while I was like reading it. And because I had previous knowledge from cutscenes, bits in here from other movies referencing The Shining, it did put some chill on me. There was say example, the room 217 was just, every time it gets mentioned, it brings me a chill. And especially that scene where it was when Danny was about to enter, it was like, whoa, okay, I've got to be ready for this. So that was very, very, I did not enjoy it in a way where it was horrifying. Like, I was like, after that I was like, I need someone to sit next to me. I did film a little bit of reactions of while I was reading the book, so I'll insert them here, which they mostly look like this. I think what was also very interesting was that in the book, certain events, he gave both side view of things. So say at the example where at the beginning, before they went to this Outlook hotel, his wife nearly asked for a divorce because of his alcoholism, because of Jack's alcoholism. And then it showed both sides what they were thinking on how this event came to this moment. So you would able to understand exactly the whole aspect. So it gave the characters very good backstory, and I feel like that really fulfilled the stories as well. And on top of that, the book was written in 1997, and I think it addressed two things. One of it was racism. Towards the back of it, the racism bit was like, you can tell how people are reacting to black people then, and it was just like, it was so written like in your face. You're like, oh, why this should not be happening. And then there's the alcoholism, and while I was doing research, the alcoholism was actually referencing on his experience of being an alcoholic, and how it was damaging and influencing the people around him, I think. And I think that's really important for you to understand that, and also to feel the struggles Jack himself being an alcoholic and him pulling himself strong together while he's keeping himself very sober. He's like trying very, very hard to keep it together for his family, especially this hotel might be just his last chance to get things together. And you can see the influences on the son Danny and the wife, on how they're always very worried that he's just suddenly gonna, you know, tip over. So I think this was a very interesting book, and I did read reviews where it was saying that he most books will talk about like an idea in every one of his books, but this is the only book I've read of his, so I can't really comment on that. Overall, I have enjoyed this book quite a bit. I haven't had the guts to watch the movie yet. Maybe one day I will muster the confidence. Yeah. I won't spoil the ending. I know a lot of people already know what the ending is, but I heard it was very different to what the movie, which I don't know what the ending is, but I can say that the ending was just sad, very sad. Like after I read it, I was just like, oh. But yeah, that's my thoughts on The Shining, and I think it might encourage me to pick up a couple more of his books. I didn't mind reading it, yeah. And if you're asking what am I reading right now, I've actually been reading audiobooks, listening to audiobooks while I was like driving, because I've been like driving to work, like that takes up a lot of my time to sit in the car. So I've been listening to audiobooks. Right now I'm listening to Michelle Obama's Becoming, her biography, and I find that very interesting. I'm nearly finished with that one, and I am actually starting I think it was Mark Manson when he was How to Not Give a Fuck, I think, but I'll get back to you. I'll let you guys know what I'm reading. Alright, well, time for me to get on my day. I've got to actually do some more admin. There you go.